Hi, I'm Niall from Gulfstream Boat Sales. This is a Finnmaster 5300 trawler, and if you're not familiar with this model of boat, I'm going to explain now why it's such a great little family day boat. Powered by a Yamaha 80 horsepower four-stroke outboard plus a 4 horsepower auxiliary engine. Comes complete with full covers, roller coaster trailer. It's only got 208 hours on the clock and it's in beautiful condition throughout. First off, this boat is a Finnmaster, so excellent Scandinavian build quality, built in Finland, designed for use around the fjords, for ferrying people out to the islands and things. They call them a little commuter type boat. So enclosed, semi-enclosed sort of wheelhouse area. So you get great protection from the elements. It's a self-bailing deck as well, proper little sea boat. This boat is 5.3 meters long and just over 2 meters wide, so about 6 foot 8 or 9 inches wide. It's in beautiful condition. Lovely navy blue hull color band, big chunky rub rail around it, nice stainless steel handrails, stainless steel cleats, integrated nav lights up at the bow here. This one's anti-foiled in navy blue paint. Finnmaster graphics, the 5300 trawler badge are all in very good condition as well. Nice wraparound screen with like a fixed arch over the top that provides great support for the camper covers. Full set of camper covers. They separate at that arch in the center of the boat. So you've got a back section and you've got the front section. So you can set it up whatever way you wish. But in beautiful condition, the gel coat's in great shape all the way down along that port side. The starboard side of the boat is also in great shape. There's not even very much in the way of trailer damage up at the bow of the boat. So yeah, in great condition down along the starboard side. Graphics, pinstripe, hull bottom, stainless steel handrails, windscreen surround. Everything looks great down along this starboard side as well. The boat is powered by this Yamaha 80 horsepower four-stroke outboard. It's the same age as the boat, so 2006, but it's only got 208 hours on the clock. We actually sold this boat about 10 years ago. It has been a local boat from new, as far as I'm aware. It has been very sparingly used. It's been mainly sort of trailer kept, used during the summer months as a bit of a family summer day boat. So low hours in the engine. It's in very nice condition. We have a 3-blade aluminium prop. The prop size is 13 by 19, so a 19 pitch prop, which is going to be great for getting the boat up on plane quickly. You can pull water skiers and things with this boat. It's going to be really economical as well and good for a top speed of over 30 miles an hour, probably around about 35 miles an hour. You've got these big chunky D-rings on the transom either side of the engine, so you can connect up a water sports bridle there, so you can pull water toys and water skiers and things like that. You've also got this little backup Mariner 4 horsepower engine as well on a nice big chunky bracket there bolted onto the transom. So if you do have any issues with a big engine, you've got peace of mind of the little one to get you home again. So as I said, it's well set up for coastal use if you do want to use it around the sea. Big chunky stainless steel cleats at the back end as well. We've got this little stainless steel flagpole. We've got these little stainless steel fender eyelets up forward and there, so you can somewhere to tie your fenders off to. And we've got a very deep boarding ladder on the port side, little molded in swim platform here and here. So if you're swimming off the back of the boat or the kids are getting in and out for water sports, it's easy to get in and out over the transom. Another chunky stainless steel cleat here, a pole light socket for the anchor light, and then your fender rings on the port side as well. The boat is being sold complete with this Indespension Roller Coaster road trailer, so it's a breeze to launch and recover the boat off that trailer with the rollers, even off a beach. The whole package, the boat weighs about 600 kilos. It's on a gross trailer weight of 1,100 kilos, so if your car is rated to tow 11 or 1,200 kilos, you'll be able to tow this thing no problem. So it's easy to tow, easy to launch, easy to recover, easy to take home at the end of the season and keep it in your garage or store it, away from the marinas, so you can very economically look after this boat. The way to board this boat is over the bow. So if you're keeping this boat in a marina, you'll berth it bows to and just hop on over the bow through the opening guardrails here. So this is all molded on skid. This seat cushion we have in position at the minute, but you can remove that and there's a molded step underneath. So it's very easy to hop down into the bow area. This area stays open all the time. The boat is self-bailing, so any water that finds its way in here will drain out through the deck drains at the back. So you don't need to worry about keeping this area open. And then whenever you are out on the boat, You can use this as additional seating. There's room for 2 or 3 people to sit up here. You've got a big anchor locker up forward with the anchor and rode in there. Chunky stainless cleats, very easy to drop anchor as well. Storage underneath this forward seat. There's also a fire extinguisher in there. All the clips and catches are all nice, high quality stainless steel items. Finnmaster do have a brilliant reputation for building high quality boats. And then you can pop this little door off for getting into the cabin area. Another thing I like about the Finnmasters and a lot of these Scandinavian boats is they don't actually use button poppers. The covers just have reinforced eyelets in them, and then you've got fixed studs on the boat. So if you've ever had a boat with button poppers, the buttons are forever pulling off. The studs are coming out of the boat. These ones are well fixed to the boat, and then there's no poppers. They actually pull off the covers, so nice practical setup. So let's take the door off and head into the cockpit. So with the door popped off and then the center section of the roof rolled back, you can actually roll that up and clip it. You've got a nice wide walkway into the aft cockpit area. This boat's rated to carry 5 passengers, and there's room for 5 to sit in here and behind the screen. So obviously with this, the roof zipped on and the little door in place at the front, this is totally enclosed. So if you are out on a bad day, that's the whole idea of these things in Scandinavia. They do use them for heading to their, holiday cottages on the islands, and they use them like a bit of a car almost. So you want to be able to get on the boat even if it's raining, travel in comfort. So you can zip it all up and tootle on in dry comfort. But on a nice day, you can either roll the roof back, you can roll this back section, the covers up, you can take this section off altogether, you can take the back off, and there's plenty of cubby holes in through it, which we'll look at in a minute, so you can store all the covers in out of the way. But there's room for 5 to sit in here, between the helm seat, passenger seat, and the bench across the back. There's also room, a couple of additional seats up there, so it's rated to carry 5 people plus gear. There's also a great bit of space in here. There's quite a bit of deck space. You don't feel like you're cramped even if you did have 5 in here. So the full width bench across the back, this is all the original upholstery, I should say. This one here, we've been under a bit of pressure with the valeting team, just a lot of boats coming through. So we haven't had a chance to get this properly valeted and cleaned up. I'm pretty sure these little marks will come out of this seat, but this is really the only negative on this boat. But anyway, I'm pretty sure it'll come out. So nice upholstered seat base, seat back, Finnmaster badges on it. Nicely, all piped in gold. We have then a big locker underneath this back seat where you can access your battery box, your battery isolator switch, and your fuel tanks. There's a total of 3 fuel tanks in this boat. These have obviously been added by subsequent owners. They're 25 litres a piece, so you get 75 litres of total fuel. The benefit of this, it's also got a fuel pre-filter on there. The benefit of that is that with removable tanks, you can keep a closer eye on the condition of the fuel that you're putting through the engine. These 4-stroke outboards, particularly the modern ones, do not like water or crap in the fuel. So the fact you've got separate tanks, it always means you get better quality fuel, I find. So that's an added advantage too. And it's easy to pull those tanks out, take them to the filling station, and then throw them back in the boat with their fill up. You've got your deck scuppers here in the corners, the aft end. You've got a huge big ski locker under the floor, which is great. So if you're doing water sports, you need somewhere to keep your skis. So nice big ski locker, that'll swallow up 2 or 3 skis. You can put a wakeboard down in there. You can also fire fenders and things like that in out of the way as well. Helm and passenger seats are nice little sort of solid bucket style seats with little Finnmaster cushions on them. We do need a couple of new button poppers on these bows here. See what I mean about button poppers coming off? But there are button poppers on the seat cushions, so they need popped back on, which we'll sort out as well. Great protection from the screen, great visibility as well whenever you're sitting, even if you're sitting back here. And there's tons of headroom for sitting, full sitting headroom. You're not going to really stand up here, but there's stacks of room for sitting, and there's room for 3 passengers across the transom. Nice little sort of recessed well in place of a glove box. Stainless steel handrail here for the front passenger. You've got these excellent little storage cubby pockets as well on either side in these consoles. It's just nice lined, dry storage lockers. So if you want to keep bags or phones or things like that in there, they're not going to get wet in there. They're totally sealed, which is good. 12-volt power socket here, USB power outlet as well. And then let's take a wee look at the helm station. So nice simple helm, very little to go wrong, which is great. Throttle and shift lever falls easily to hand over here. wee cup holder retrofitted there. Only 2 switches, one for the nav lights, one for the bilge pump. Everything's working. You've got digital engine instruments, the Yamaha engine instruments, currently showing a total of 208 hours on the clock, and a little retrofitted Garmin EchoMap DV chart plotter and fish finder. So a nice simple dash. The thing I like about this is there's, like I said, there's very little to go wrong. These boats are super easy to keep, easy to use, very simple. And with the 80 horsepower in the transom, it's enough to get this little boat up on plane quickly for water sports and skiing and things. It'll cruise all day long, very economically at about 20 or 25 miles an hour. And if you want to get home in a hurry, it will do, you know, probably 35 or something. If we get a chance, we will take this boat out a spin on the water. If it doesn't sail in between times, we'll try and do a sea trail video to show you how it performs on the water. But yeah, great little helm station. Steering's nice and light, throttle and shift feel good. The engine is starting on the button. So there you go, that is the 2006 Finnmaster 5300 trawler with the 80 horsepower Yamaha and the 4 horsepower Mariner with 208 hours on the clock. Great package with the trailer, with the covers, anchor and road. There's a set of dock lines and fenders with it as well. And it's just a fabulous little coastal or inshore family day boat. Rated to carry 5, very practically designed, excellent, well suited to our climate here in Northern Europe. And yeah, it's a good, straight little boat, local boat. I've known it for years, and I'm sure it's going to give our next owners a lot of trouble-free use. So if you're interested in the boat, if you want to come and see it, if you've got any questions about it, if you want to organise a survey or sea trial, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Give me a call on the number at the top of our website, or send me an email to sales@gulfstreamshop.com. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. I hope you find it useful.